bestowed upon me to serve our people with a great degree of respect, integrity, and devotion. I also wish to heartily thank my predecessor, Mxolisi Dukwana, for having served the chief since 2018. We are eternally grateful for your great service to the people of our country. Marona, Allah bless you. Let me welcome Mayor Celestino Makilika, a 90-year-old lady who government visited to the house. Mayor Makilika made the request to government to build a house during the 2021 local government election campaign. She joins many who have benefited from our national house to restore the dignity of our people. We are also joined by the Lieutenant Tagalikwana, Konofa for Auli, Urufile Mujataru, Mundamano, Raushi, and Dr. Wegate, who will be traveling to Colombia to complete the youth development program called Municipal Development International Duty Patient. Wish you well as we embark on this journey. We also take this opportunity to salute the Premier Mxolisi Dukwana team for reaching the T20 Cricket World Cup final. Today, as we did before, we have claimed our rightful space on the table of equals, and this shall be recorded in the annals of history. We are also proud to have in our midst Memuta Kuman Kato Muhammad, a police officer from Silosisha Police Station. This young lady made our province proud for winning the Laureate Award as South African Police Service National Excellence for Mxolisi Dukwana. We deliver this state of the province address under tremendous pressure and challenges that beset our province. Some of these challenges are historic, flowing from our colonial and apartheid past. Others are due to our subjective and objective failures as government. Recently, our people began to penetrate dialogue with government about the quality of service delivery. They conveyed their discomfort with the overall pace of transformation. To address this, we call on our people to become agents of change and put their energies at the disposal of communities. We urge them to support our efforts to combat corruption, malfeasance, and maladministration. Today marks the beginning of the end of such an era. The period ahead will be characterized by courage and decisive action to set the Free State on a new path of development. This will involve a focused recruitment of capable public servants to transform our ideals into pragmatic action. In the next 14 months, we shall take decisive action to make the Free State a province of choice. We will liberate from our location at the heart of South Africa, a reality upon which our development must be based. In South Africa, Free State is centered right in the center in the middle. It looks like a bean. It is a kidney, shaped like a kidney. We all know the function of a kidney. If the kidney is not functioning well, the whole body falls sick. And this is the case with South Africa. If our economy in the Free State, if we are not doing our part in the Free State, the whole body, the whole South Africa suffers. And that is why the Free State has to get its house in order for South Africa to be okay. Our single biggest task is to ensure that our people live in quality houses, their children play and learn in safe environments. Our healthcare provides quality services, and every person has equal access to opportunities. This marks the final year of this Executive Council's administration in government. This year will therefore not be the same. We need a renewed sense of drive and effort. We need to focus on things that unite us and not divide us, and to realize our strength and endless of possibilities. For us to achieve this, we need to do what Thomas Sankara once directed. You cannot carry out fundamental change without a certain degree of merit. In this case, it comes from non-conformity, the courage to turn your back on the old formulas, and the courage to invent the future. Unquote. Honorable Speaker, the past few years have challenged the Free State on multiple levels. We have witnessed the impact of COVID-19 and the resultant economic slowdown, the higher unemployment rate, persistent poverty, and the escalating cost of living. To deal with these challenges, we have embarked on a decisive path of recovery. The Free State official unemployment rate declined from 38.1% in the third quarter of 2021 to 33.8% in the third quarter of 2022. We have developed 11 economic sector master plans, and we are now reviewing the Free State growth and development strategy. This will deepen our initiative to create an enabling environment for inclusive growth, investment attraction, economic transformation, and job creation. We have created 50,000 job opportunities through the expanded public works program across the 3 spheres of government, thereby exceeding our 2022 commitment. Of this number, the Community Works Program contributed 26,871 job opportunities. The composition of the participants of these job opportunities is aligned with our stated priorities of designated groups, as 36,839 beneficiaries were women, while 17,197 were youth, and 407 were persons with disabilities. One of the key drivers of economic growth and job creation is our small and medium enterprises. In the current financial year, 869 enterprises were provided with financial and non-financial support, of which 472 were youth-owned. The Free State Development Corporation provided financial support to 24 small and medium enterprises, including 8 youth-owned contractor development program businesses. We will undertake a substantial review of the current state of our public entities and reposition them to be proactive in responses to the investment and development needs of the Free State economy. The revitalization of our industrial parks is another key enabler of provincial economic growth. Our priority areas remain with Adero, Peter and Tabanji. This program is catalytic to unlock job creation, as 3,986 people are now employed in these industrial parks. The Maluku Special Economic Zone continues to offer multiple investment opportunities. Right now, the Special Economic Zone has a pipeline of 12 investors worth over 2 billion. Over the next few months, we anticipate to conclude new agreements with private sector investment in the cement and concrete and textile and dry powder food manufacturing sectors. The 3 investments will add 137 jobs to the 127 people already employed at the Special Economic Zone. Honorables, the legislature is currently considering 2 key pieces of legislation, namely the Free State Integrated Local Economic Development and Transformation Bill and the Free State Building and Tourism Authority Amendment Bill. that will advance the economic transformation and growth trajectory of the Free State. The Free State tourism sector holds the potential to create jobs, stimulate growth, and drive investment. We will increase our tourism market share through destination marketing, product development, and promotion. The Free State has always prided itself on its agricultural sector and its contribution to the provincial economy. The sector comprises of 4,500 commercial agricultural entities and employed in excess of 73,000 workers in 2021. It is a critical driver of operation. There are new emerging opportunities in deciduous food production that will be explored in the Free State, in the Eastern Free State. A thriving agricultural sector is dependent on the safety and security of farmers and farm workers, as well as the security of tenure of farm workers. A brief reflection on the current statistics for the period April to December 2022 compared to the same period in 2021 shows that the Free State contributed 12 cases out of the 38 national number of cases reported in respect of stock theft and incidents on farm. Notwithstanding the reported reduction of 4.8% in respect of stock theft when compared to the same period in the previous year, this category of crime must remain a particular focus area as we intensify our cooperation with all stakeholders to improve the safety and security in our rural areas. A number of farm workers are in employment of a master-slave relation and remain the most vulnerable to illegal or constructive evictions. We will continue to actively support the various established mechanisms to deal with farm evictions, particularly the timely resolution of disputes to mitigate against human rights abuse and unjust socio-economic consequences of illegal evictions. In June 2022, the Department of Agriculture, Land Reform and Rural Development reported that from inception of the 10-year acquisition program to March 2022, 139 farms were acquired in the Free State. The audit of unused and underutilized land owned by the provincial government must be finalized to enable the provincial government to make land available for redistribution. Whilst continuing our support of commercial farmers, our regular farmer food security program benefited more than 700 households in the past year. These households were supported with various agricultural essentials meant to eradicate food insecurity. This program will be supplemented by a new concept, the production brigade we are exploring with the Ministry of Defense and military veterans and the South African National Defense Force. The program will focus on agricultural products such as green produce, red and white meat, and full value chain of opportunities related to agricultural produce. We are very careful on our speaker that while we might have abundance of food, but there comes a time when we have scarcity. And therefore food security is very important. And the Free State must center itself in ensuring that it creates food banks to make sure that when time arrives and that need comes, the government is able to respond. The opportunities for youth in agriculture during the current financial year included some of the following: employment of 510 unemployed graduates who now provide farming extension services, 222 green job opportunities focusing on the eradication of invasive alien species, was created through the agricultural land takeover. This benefited 97 women and 105 men. 55 million rand supported various youth development programs, including various on and off-farm activities. Honorables, the growth and prosperity of the Free State is dependent on the quality of our infrastructure. While some progress has been made with expansion and upgrading of infrastructure, we have not consistently kept up with the required trend. It is time for a fundamental and comprehensive rethink of the way in which we plan and implement our infrastructure investment. We have initiated a process that will ensure that we create a fair, competitive, and transparent process at every stage to maximize the value we gain from infrastructure investment, whilst closing out the internal and external systems that has bedeviled the infrastructure environment. Within this reconceptualization, we will equally ensure that the set aside for women and youth and persons with disability are implemented without fail. We are pleased with the 25 major infrastructure projects with an estimated value of over 138 billion rand that have been registered with Infrastructure South Africa. These projects are in the human settlements, energy, water and sanitation, transport and social infrastructure sectors. Two of the strategic integrated projects in the transport sector, namely upgrade of the national route from Ventersburg to Kroonstad and the upgrade of the Windway interchange, have been completed. The Vista Park 2 and 3 project, which will yield 4,500 housing opportunities under construction. Other projects include the Maluti Apofum alternative energy solution to construct solar plants in the Parkwa and Siame, and the electricity upgrade and remedial work to improve the network area. Both of these projects are currently in the pre-feasibility stage. When complete, the Mangaung Airport Development Road project, valued at over 10 billion rand, will provide residential units, retail areas, conference facilities, office space, and a hotel. The project is now at feasibility stage. There is a Sasol-backed integrated and mixed housing development project, valued at over 8 billion rand. This project integrates Sasol-backed and Van der Brink Park as part of the envisaged Vaal River City region being kicked out. This project is in the structural and design stage. The multi-billion rand Virginia gas project by Renegade is beginning to change our economic fortunes in the city. A feasibility study will be undertaken for the creation of a special economic zone to maximize beneficiation from the gas extraction and the related industrial in the Virginia area. The Kabanchu smelter currently under construction will change the economic landscape of this area. This project, with an estimated value of 300 million rand, will create 2,000 permanent jobs when completed around the first quarter of the new financial year. The conclusion of the memorandum of agreement with the Development Bank of South Africa continues to enhance our project planning, management, and implementation capacity. The partnership with the DBSA has resulted in the increased infrastructure coordination capacity in the office of the Premier. This year is supported with the renovation of human standards and self-contained resorts. The Department of Human Settlement has concluded an agreement with DBSA for the eradication of inappropriate structures. Honorable Speaker, we have developed a social compact that provides for a shared commitment between government and the people of the Free State. Consultation processes using a combination of the district development model approach and sector-specific consultations will be used to finalize the social compact. Our sector-specific consultations will include an investment and infrastructure conference, a mining dialogue, and a creative sector convention during the course of this year. The ravages of climate change leave no doubt that sustainability, conservation, and efficiency are pathways to the future. We continue to work with the International Labour Organization to determine opportunities and challenges to address climate change. We have established an Energy Security Command Center coordinated by the COPTA and all relevant stakeholders such as ESCOM, MISA, Department of Water and Sanitation, and National and Provincial Departments. The Command Center will coordinate and implement the provincial response plan on the energy sector. This includes the provision of generators to hospitals by the Department of Health. We are part of the Integrated Resource Efficiency Program to reduce electricity and water consumption through various measures in government buildings and schools. Honorables, the Free State is blessed with natural resources that include gold, diamond, salt, and sand with a huge potential to transform our economy. Recent discoveries of natural gas, helium, serve as a motivation for us to collaborate with the Council of Geoscience to remap provincial natural resources. The ongoing work with the Department of Mineral Resources to support small-scale miners will continue. The award of mining permits to artisanal miners will be pursued. This intervention will help to curb illegal mining and will usher in a new dawn in this industry in the province. The deteriorating state of our road infrastructure is a stumbling block for economic development. While we will spend approximately 1.9 billion rand on upgrading and maintaining our road infrastructure this year, it is imperative that we change the way the means in which road service delivery are made. International best practices have shown that road construction can happen in a more efficient and effective manner. The Free State provincial government will be exploring the implementation of solutions such as 24-hour road construction. We must give particular attention to expedite the maintenance and construction backlog of our roads that form the backbone of the logistics industry and support economic activity, such as the roads in the fixed bag and water big area. Work in this regard has already commenced with an allocation of 1 billion rand for the privatization of the following roads: Lady Grand Bethlehem, that is the R26 road, the fixed bag bus center and the R70 road. We must find innovative ways to shorten the time frame, find resourcing solutions, and improve the efficiency of our services. Our investment in the road infrastructure in the next financial year will comprise of the following: 771 million rand in Tanyana, 220 million rand in First 217 million rand in Pali, 165 million rand in Mangaung, 125 million rand in Egypt. During the current financial year, the township revitalization program focused on the upgrading of railroad to paved roads and created 4 measures. The focus has been on the township roads in 40 townships. 9 of these projects will be completed at the end of March, and the remaining roads will be completed at the end of May. This program is shifting to the Department of Community Safety, Road and Transport in the financial year. The next phase of the program will focus on township roads in Kwapa, Bethlehem, Bloemfontein, Isabella, Tabanchi, Sasolburg, Kroonstad, Ficksburg, Arismith, Lakebrand, and Polo. Current projects include Twele, Frankfurt, Ries, Twele, Versdorp, Bloemfontein, Lekhof to Havana, Twestrein, Access Road, and the R30 Allen Bridge. These projects are being closely monitored for successful completion. An amount of 255 million rand is available for the completion of these projects. A specific intervention will be implemented to deal with all delay and solve road infrastructure projects. An amount of 150 million is budgeted for the regraveling program in all 5 districts. We are enhancing our Operation Balazonge initiative to eradicate potholes. We must study the travel. Mayor Camilo is my own the Latavona, more regularly, the program of navigation in Amo, Evadizela, America is our court in the Matamaro, or Felisa is not posed. The Lacerita as a child, we have government power or service to our focus must be multi-pronged, include the private sector and the rebuilding of capacity within the public sector. We will draw on the capacity developed through various contractor and development programs to accelerate the expansion of the repair of potholes in our municipal spaces. Municipalities will be required to develop, fund, and implement pothole eradication programs. Honorable Speaker, we are on a harder way. Our social protection programs are a reflection of security. Our social safety net is a conduit to economic inclusion, poverty, and addiction, but most importantly, improve quality of life. Of the 2.9 million population of the Free State, 1 million people are receiving social grants. Most beneficiaries are recipients of child support grants, followed by the elderly and persons living with disability. Recamino is a donation about they have a for Recamino is a civil servant barona, wherever get it, wherever I am by it. Making that program to Sanjuri and Gamma, Yan Servat Barona. Imbaratamiyo ya kabone bawona meyeka sibiti kokoni bawona mteta ya makafa. Community nutrition development centers are committed to ensure access to safe and nutritious food. We will continue to provide access to food and developmental programs to 7,406 poor and vulnerable persons who benefit on a daily basis from our 55 centers in the province. 3 of these centers were established in collaboration with traditional leadership. Last year, we committed to retain 92 social work graduates who were appointed as part of COVID-19 intervention. These interns have been appointed on a 3-year contract to execute social work services. This year, we are also able to accommodate the remaining 63 social work graduates who were beneficiaries of government bursary program. 25 of them will be accommodated in the Department of Education and 38 in the Department of Social Development on the same basis as the previous for all. Nothing will ever justify violence against women and children. We will establish the fight against patriarchal practices and norms and beliefs and values that demonize women. Our criminal justice system has illustrated its intent to deal decisively with the perpetrators of gender-based violence. Successful convictions and imprisonment include 18 cases where life sentences were imposed and 13 cases which resulted in imprisonment of 20 years and longer. We are on course to implement the gender-based violence and femicide national strategic plan. Psychosocial support is provided through our Tutuzela centers, safe houses, shelters, and victim-friendly centers. In August last year, a newly built gender-based violence health center was launched in Dukwana and is now operational. This year, we will open a safe house in Dukwana and a gender-based and femicide shelter. Honorable Speaker, the Early Childhood Development Function now resides under the Department of Education and continues to promote school readiness of children. 1,443 city sites are funded by the Department of Education. Our education achievements remain impressive. We take pride in our #1 position as the leading province in the country with an 88.5% grade pass rate in that education. We have maintained a grade 12 pass rate above 80% from 2019. We are also the top performer in a number of subjects, including accounting, business studies, geography, economics, and history. And I said yesterday that this is actually because Mr. Mape, or rather subjects in business studies, economics, and accounting. And we have a friend that I say I will the overall science I change. We are confident that we will maintain this position. We must express our appreciation to the broader education sector. Our success is rooted in the collective effort of our educators, learners, parents, SGBs, unions, the private sector, and NGOs. These outcomes are supported by the school nutrition program that enhances learning and teaching in schools. The proportion of learners who benefited from this program increased from 51.4% in 2009 to 84.2% in 2021, and will be extended to 600,176 learners this year. The Presidential Youth Employment Initiative has made a substantial impact on youth unemployment. Phases 2 and 3 of the program resulted in 15,309 youth being placed in the department. Phase 4 of the project will accommodate 15,500 youth. Of these, 6,200 have already started in February 2023, and the remaining 9,300 will commence on the 1st of May 2023. This program has helped us to replay curriculum losses and to address the infrastructure challenges of our schools, including the maintenance of school grounds. Learners with barriers are also supported through this program. We are continuing to expand our 4th Industrial Revolution program in schools to meet the challenges of the future. The department is committed to support 4,721 grade 8 and 3,632 grade 9 learners in equipping them with coding and robotics skills. The 23 secondary schools that offer coding and robotics will be supported to become fully equipped coding and robotics schools in the future. We continue to place high value on the delivery of quality education infrastructure. During the past year, we have completed the reconstruction of the 30 schools that form part of the ACG program, Accelerated School Infrastructure Development Initiative. These schools were built with inappropriate material prior 1924. 11 new schools are currently under construction in the province. Tromsbeck Special School in Hari, Kolo Primary School in Muteo, Arbrace Kanyud Primary School in Muteo, Matrafangani Primary School in Muteo, Tiheto Primary Fontaine Primary School in Tamufitanana, Dr. Selma Primary School in Fezilekadi, Kata Upelelo Primary School in Fezilekadi, Father Bali Primary School in Fezilekadi. Construction of 2 new primary schools, Elfman Primary School in Mutewa and Timokuwa Secondary School in Fezilekadi will commence this year. Dr. Block Secondary School in Mutewa will also be reconstructed. Through the Farm School Initiative, the construction of new girls' hostel at Dr. Block's Secondary School was completed. 2 hostels at the Special School in Little Kufa and Brenda Primary School are now under construction. Prioritizing school safety will require collaboration between the SABC with designated patrols to school management, SGBs, and school safety communities. School must be weapon-free and drug-free. Our commitment to increase investment in training and skills development is evident in our bursary program. Every year we award bursaries to the top 100 grade 12 learners in the province to start at local universities. From 2009 to 2022, 1,225 international and 10,988 local bursaries were awarded to young people. Our work with the CTAs have led to the provision of 4,389 internship, learnership, and apprenticeship opportunities for young people since 2019. We will convene a provincial skills development conference with all the CTAs during August to enhance our initiatives to maximize our skills development program. We continue in Venezuela to collaborate with the Central University of Technology, the University of the Free State and Mutewa College on various medium-term strategic framework priorities. The provision of safe human settlement is not only about providing dignified shelter to our people, but it speaks directly to the restoration of their dignity, sustainable livelihood, and security of tenure. Our main priorities for the year include the following: completing the 11,000 incomplete houses and resolving the block project in partnership with the National Home Builders Administration Council. Accelerating integrated housing through the revival of the Pakistan Mega and the Kwakwa Gateway projects, and completing the Vista Park residential project. Intensifying social facilitation within our informal settlements, we are pleased to announce that progress has been made with the long-outstanding land transfer for the resettlement of the Pandeli community near Janosta. Embarking on alternative building technologies within our settlements that were identified as emergency areas and blocking the challenges related to FLIPS program, we have embarked on a process to acquire inner city properties in major urban centers to provide affordable rental housing. This process entails the acquisition of vacant land, dilapidated buildings, and existing buildings in the inner city for repurposing. This will advance our spatial transformation agenda. We are working with the Development Bank of Southern Africa as an implementing agent for the removal and replacement of asbestos roofing in about 36,000 houses across the province. Another priority remains the upgrading of the registered 166 informal settlements. The improvement package includes the provision of basic services, access to amenities, and security of tenure. A campaign to accelerate the issuing of title deeds will commence next month to ensure the security of tenure for homeowners. Our people have suffered the indignity of the budget system for far too long. The state of sanitation in many of our towns requires us to put in place urgent intervention measures. A progress report compiled in August 2022 revealed that there were over 10,000 unconnected toilets in areas such as Scotland, Pittsburgh, Senegal, Reeds, Petrostate, Arlington, and Josephine. This year, we will spare no effort in ensuring that these toilets are fully functional. This project will, over time, be rolled out to other towns across the province. Rokitisa, Siriti, Sabatu, Amo. We will direct the Mangaung Metropolitan Municipality to address the sanitation challenges, particularly in Kabera. We will not allow ourselves to be paralyzed by those who want only the effort. When there is money allocated for this project, but we do not do what we are supposed to do, so that we allow those who are using the honeysuckers the opportunity to continue feeding on the poor when we should be focusing in eradicating this scale. Where we have money allocated, but because of our inability to make decisions, the people in the area are still suffering, and we will not tolerate this. This must happen. Government has equally prioritized the functional wastewater treatment plants. Work has already commenced at the wastewater treatment plant in Machadi, and will soon commence in Malinapofu. Our prosperity is dependent on the provision and quality of our healthcare facilities and services. There will be renewed focus to strengthen our primary healthcare facilities and services, including specifically pre- and antenatal care. This will be achieved through reducing queues at primary healthcare facilities through the use of alternative chronic medications. In our community services, more than 70 years. Abo foro togo ba baba ba fotimela ba ile to mansa tuso okulisa siri sama barona rekamelo ina katela le leke la increasing the immunization coverage for children between 6 months and 15 years, expanding the rollout of session doctors and primary health facilities, outreach by district health services to primary healthcare facilities. This re-engineering of healthcare service delivery will result in doctors from district level attending clinics. The refurbishment and expansion of clinic infrastructure for the implementation of the National Health Insurance, resourcing clinics with capital, equipment, medicine, and consumables. In where community, clinic in Daruna, hospital of Daruna, department of machine, in collaboration with the Baba Sineva Seminary Muso, Nele Baba Pisagi, Potena, Canabro from our equipment delivery, in Paidal Tata Fena, Bawa Canam, Sanjiba to Bawa Tamba where the Bonnet Bawa and Potato of Fena, whatever Sarah, Kona, Recanichi, Osna Koga, in Paratamino, Sanchi, me programa Tamino, Sanchi, Tamino, Ukawa, Baron, Sanchi, Onalino Tate, Inse, Mutusa, wherever Feliz and General Bachava, Batavino, Ipetele Batavino, Lukisa Wote, Bo, Tamino, Lukisa, wherever Sarah, Kona, Michino, Sakoha. There are currently 3 facilities that operate on a 24-hour basis, namely Mangaung University, Community Partnership Project in Bloemfontein, PACS in Silverstone, and the Winnie Mandela Clinic in Motadelo. It is in this sense that the new community healthcare centre that we constructed in Edinburgh will also operate on a 24-hour basis. The remainder of our clinics operate on an extended 12-hour basis. We will conclude an efficiency review of these extended hours within the next 3 months. This will inform further expansion of our 24-hour facilities. Regataba, ufumana dipini ditaro na dipilona kutele, yautokwa, tabelezela dipilona kutele, alitabelezela dipafukuzwa, wabula dipini kina kutele, we continue to invest in the human capital available in the health sector. In the last year, we increased our capacity with various clinical appointments, including 22 medical officers, 500 professional nurses, 24 pharmacists, and 12 social workers. The 2,003 community healthcare workers contracted as part of the COVID-19 response have been retained to provide integrated community health. We are rolling out the patient information system to improve patient care, revenue generation, and mitigate against medical legal exposure. The digitization of patient records, which is currently being implemented at the National District Hospital, will be extended to 10 other hospitals in the 2023-2024 financial year. 150 young and employed ICT graduates will be recruited to implement the digitalization of patient records. Our investment in the health infrastructure includes the refurbishment of the following facilities: Bongani Hospital, Nursing School Campus, Mufumahari Mana Nursing School, Free State School of Nursing Campus at Bongani Regional Hospital, Albert Nkula Orthopedic and Tisano Maternity Center Operations District Hospital Theaters, Maternity Ward at Pulgomi Special Hospital. 7 healthcare projects were completed in the current financial year, namely Mafuga Hospital upgrade, Ophthalmology and Optometry Unit at the National District Hospital, Doctors accommodation at the Carmelo Hospital, Pelon Clinic refurbishment, CRD Clinic upgrade, Junior Clinic refurbishment, Winberg Hospital, new boiler, and the following new project is starting 2023-2024 financial year, the Carmelo Regional Hospital smart capitalization in Bethlehem, construction of new dynamic clinic in Kabancho, construction of new Valve Clinic in Winnie Mandela, construction of new Pilon Clinic in Kronstadt, and the upgrade of JT New Berry Hospital in Kwakwaland, the upgrade of the Senior Clinic in Harrisville, the new Public Garden Clinic in Harry. Honorable Speaker, your bridges for racial divide. Our social cohesion programs are intended to foster unity and diversity. They form the basis for a life more fulfilling, a life more inclusive, and a life worth living. The racist attack of Koko Makindi and Brian Makindi Jr. at the Master School resort on the 25th of December last year is a reminder that some of us are still frozen in time and prisoners of our past. We condemn this as horrend lessons. Perpetrators of these acts must be reminded that South Africa belongs to all living, and racism will not be tolerated. The arts, culture, heritage, sport, and recreation landscape of the Free State offers endless possibilities for the individual and collective pursuit of talent and passion. We need to create an enabling environment within which our program find expression. Processes advanced to establish a provincial civil commission as part of the effort to create a thriving creative industry. We must leverage off this opportunity to develop the very chain of this sector, particularly the technical and related industry. The 2022 Mangaung African Cultural Festival continues to provide an opportunity for 145 local artists to participate in the Auditing and Development program. We will reimagine this festival to drive culture, arts, heritage, and economic growth with a focus on local artists. This will include revisiting the funding model to ensure its success. We will convene a creative industry convention to explore economic opportunities presented by this sector by creating a unique homegrown talent. We will unleash the talent and entrepreneurial potential of artists and link talent with opportunities. Our focus will be on the whole spectrum of this industry. That includes the performing arts, visual arts, craft, and skills development. Reclamino Felisa movement of Banabana talent. Orebateba, Otamene by the provinces in the Orebat provinces in the Baka. Make the community that have both the support and the promoter. Now, hold the talent they are for start. Especially Banaba on Samu on Bono. Rebat is a water or remember on what by development. Talent ya bona pano ate ba yele bona mapelo wa bona bana se ka ofela reka ya dikolo ra ba di doctor ba engineers bana ba bona go mo ba file talent be re ka melo e ka bona ba talent yeno ya makafa ya bona le ya tso be le bona ba tla ba ditse ka se mo di ma ba file. Our support to the sport and recreation sector continue to find expression in various programs, including the Maticanas of the tournament, RC World Cup, Mangaung United Football Club, Sports Council and Boxing Tournament, Camino Barcelona, Mubanabarunaba, Talentia Banabaruna, Nalbanabaruna, Talent, Imbaubana Sabasa. One listener supports Sicily, but then Banabana, Talent Tabana, very well. Simple Samuel and Gomera, Kinshimana, Talent, Ilago Panadano, the Gamma, Limewa, I am another. By the way, you say to not as a new Rata. The Yoga now and Anabata support the government. Yo now rasa positif lagi, rasa positif lagi orang developer di buku negara provinsi, orang di sports doctors, psychologists, orang baca orang lagi. Negara dari remora jalan dari tinggal corona rumah, imbalan talent. We applaud the Department of Education's introduction of magnificent residents, which has resulted in the revival of school sport. The Department of Sport, Arts, Culture and Recreation supported the school sport initiative through sport equipment and attire at 75 schools. Baba para kali koi na meje. Imbar ka kawan awal na ada basman awal para kali. Otabano ko wajelo. Our investments in sport infrastructure will manifest in the continued construction of indoor sport centers in Tulsa, Smithfield, and Frankfurt. Honorable Speaker, the Free State statistics of the period April 2022 to December 2022 when compared to the same period in 2021-2022 shows an increase This is ascribed to the lifting of the lockdown confinement measures that were in place to prevent the spread of COVID-19. Illicit mining and damage to critical infrastructure remain a concern in the province. From July 2022 to January 2023, a dedicated team dealt specifically with illicit mining. A total number of 5,260 arrests were made. We encourage the Department of Home Affairs, the SABC, and other stakeholders to escalate the implementation of a program focusing on undocumented foreign nationals. Of concern is the fact that drug-related arrests in the Free State increased by 41.8% when compared with the same period in the previous year. In Anofela, Elibile, Osota, no destroyer Makibamanova. Regababa the future. These statistics motivate us to prioritize the stabilization of the provincial integrated crime and violence prevention strategy. We commend the SABC for the work that they are doing, often in very challenging circumstances. Community policing forums will be strengthened to work with the SABC to combat crime in our communities. We have experienced the painful truth that fraud and corruption are not victimless crime. The financial management and performance information audit outcomes of the Free State province and local government sector clearly indicate our shortcomings in compliance with good government principles, systems, and processes. Our human resource capacity falls short of expectations and requirements. We will establish a new fraud and corruption task force that will bring together key stakeholders such as the Office of the Auditor General, the Public Protector, the Public Service Commission, the Criminal Justice System, and key provincial departments such as the Office of the Premier, Provincial Treasury, and Compact to drive the anti-corruption program of government. We have noted that various investigations across provincial departments were ongoing at the conclusion of the previous PFNA audit cycle. These investigations must be brought to finalization and recommendations be implemented. Forensic investigations will be commissioned into various real settlement projects, including G-hostels, Silver and Dark City, as well as the current family development in Mangamu. The provincial government prioritized the implementation of lifestyle audit in accordance with the appropriate regulatory framework. We are however not satisfied with our progress, and we secure external assistance to accelerate the implementation of lifestyle audits. In addition, an immediate review of the vetting status of officials dealing with procurement will be conducted. Officials who deal with these functions must be in possession of very significant clearance. All public officials, whether they are elected representatives or public servants at all levels of government, will be required to cooperate fully and support the work of law enforcement agencies. We will issue a clear directive on matters relating to arrest of public officials, including the payment of legal fees, suspension, and disciplinary proceedings. A plan of action to implement the recommendations of the Zono Commission has been developed and submitted to the Presidency. We will implement this plan related to various matters in the Free State. It is imperative that we restore the integrity and credibility of our government. Never again in this province be used as the breeding ground for corruption.
Municipal Development province. province ya Freestata. Empa bao bana hanang hore ba tla ithuisa at the expense of our own people. Freestata ha esale sebaka sa ho bapala. Honorable Speaker, a capable, ethical and developmental state is important for us to create an effective, transparent and accountable public service. It has become abundantly clear that there is an urgent need to conduct skills audit throughout the province and local government sector. Refumano hore ona le mafapa a mang mo moto ki chief director anale N6 fela. Re tlameile ho etsa bonnete ba hore bao ba tlameile ho fumantshwa ditulo tseno e ba batho bao ba tlameile ho bona hetso hore ona le mafapa a mang.
Please pause, Honorable Premier. We want to appeal to our guests that the guests are not supposed to participate. I understand that you feel like you want to participate, but in terms of our rules, the guests are not supposed to participate. Remember, this is the sitting of the House. Proceed, Honorable Premier.
I was a speaker once, and I know when the speaker speaks, I must sit down, but how not? So give a little seat, kindly see you. Senege sibulela kisena sahore. Honale baba mbabatho baba tla mosebetsi. Haba fumantshwa mosebetsi ba iketla. Haba sa sebeletsa setjhaba. Honale baba nka haro rona le di qualifications tsa bona. Empa ba na passion ya ho etsa mosebetsi wa bona. Me ha se qualification ya hao fela. Empa ke passion le lerato la hao la ho serve. Eta etsa hore public service ya rona e be hantle. E nngwe ke batho bao ba reng ha ba hirilwe ba be ba nahana hore ke monyetla wa ho etsa hore be hae. Ba lata di family ba etsa jwalo di family wa tlala mo. Ntho tsena kaofela ke dintho tseo re tlamehile ho di sheba re di fedise hang. We must ensure that the skill set, qualifications, experience and competencies of all public officials are aligned with the needs and requirements of the public sector. An intensive skill audit and realignment process will therefore unfold as a matter of urgency. We must direct our focus to the basic service delivery imperatives: reliable and clean water supply, proper and decent sanitation services, regular refuse removal, decent roads, as well as the creation of an enabling environment for job creation. Madam Speaker, Kidula Ribekstad. For Nagwengata, Meti a fela habiteng Ribekstata. Me ho bona haletse ho bona halang majoro fumane hore batho bao ba sebetsang mmuso ba ameya ho mathata ana a fumanwang ke di community tsa rona. Batho bana ba besagana le di valve hore fela ba tle ba tsebe ho fumana overtime mo le dutseng teng kaofela ha lona. Ha ke le swabe seo le se etsang. Batho ba sotleha lona le shebile di overtime le a kgola hona le batho ba sa sebetseng. Empa ntho tse le di etsang di a swabisa me re tlamehile ho di tshwela ka mathe. Empa batho bano ba tlamehile ho fumanwa me ba qoswa hang. Ba ba ntse ba etsa diketso tsena kaofela ba ba shebile hore ba tle ba iketsetse tjhelete ka ho sukudisa le etsa hore batho ba bang ba safare. A sense of urgency must be instilled in our local government sector to attend to these imperatives. We must maximize the benefits inherent to the MIG in terms of both infrastructure improvements and job creation. MIG spending in the past year enabled the creation of 1,839 temporary jobs, of which 553 were women beneficiaries. Municipalities will be required to ensure that 10% of MIG expenditure is allocated to maintenance of infrastructure. Municipalities will be supported by COGTA and DISTIA to ensure that municipal landfill sites are compliant and licensed. Where such facilities do not exist, municipalities will be supported to apply for MIG in order to develop such infrastructure on an urgent basis. We call on our communities to reduce littering and keep the environment clean. During the budget speech, we will elaborate on the plans to ensure that the new gold ile matlakala re etsa jwang le hore re build the new companies tse tla etsang bonnete ba hore re sebedisa matlakala ho ntshetsa pele development ya rona jwalo ka setjhaba. The professionalization of the local sphere of government is a continuous process. We will intensify our approach to ensure drastic improvement in our compliance with the appropriate regulatory frameworks, including the Municipal Staff Regulations 2021, through targeted support, monitoring, and evaluation, as well as intervention measures. Our local government sector must pay attention to local sector development as they start the IDP processes. This process will be supported to ensure that we meet the required standard of compliance. We will play a more proactive role to ensure that provincial and national government and the private sector contribute to the IDP process. We will assist municipalities to improve the functionality of municipal planning tribunals in order to expedite development applications. We will also review administrative processes and remove red tapes, which is a stumbling block to the ease of doing business and investment. District municipalities and the Mangaung Metro have developed their first generation 1 plans, which were subsequently adopted by their councils. By April this year, second generation 1 plans will be completed. We will institutionalize the district development model to embed the implementation of 1 plans and cooperative governance. The Jagersfontein mine disaster has impressed upon us the necessity to improve our disaster management capacity. Our capacity must be improved through a comprehensive approach that encompasses our infrastructure, our planning, resourcing, as well as our coordination and cooperation with other governmental and non-governmental institutions. We are allocating 30 million over the MTF period to improve this capacity. Municipal disaster management plans must be reviewed and include an assessment of the resilience of their infrastructure against extreme climatic events. Honorable Speaker, successful service delivery at provincial government level also requires an improvement in professionalization. Doing so will entail the implementation of the national framework towards the professionalization of the public sector. We appreciate the selfless service of committed government officials who execute their duties and responsibility with diligence and dedication. Rulela Khabane, obao ba itetseng ho sebeletsa setjhaba. Me dipelo tsa rona di robeile ho bao ba le ba hlokahala tseleng eo ba ne ba eme ba lwantshana le bobodu. These are the officials who live and breathe the Batupele principle. Realebo. They restore public trust and a sense of pride in government. We are entering a new chapter where there will be no protection of officials who fail to perform according to the requirements and expectations. Next month, I will commence with the Premier's Batupele sessions with officials to explore ways to enhance performance, improve service delivery, boost morale, and promote innovation. Considering the value we place on the institution of traditional leadership as a constituent part of our democracy, we engaged with the traditional and Khoisan leaders in August 2022 regarding matters that affect the institution of traditional and Khoisan leadership in the province. The process to fulfill pledges we made to strengthen the institution of traditional leadership will be further pursued. Honorable Speaker, we strive for accountability and sustainability in the management of public finance. We continue to cooperate with the Office of the Auditor General in the execution of the PFMA and the MFMA audit cycle. The recent audit outcomes of the 2021-2022 provincial and local government audit cycle has shown a slight improvement. The provincial treasury must upscale their oversight and monitoring role to ensure that appropriate action is taken to accelerate the incremental improvement in audit outcomes. This will necessitate the improvement of the fiscal governance of departments, entities, and municipalities. A number of support interventions have been provided to improve the financial status of our municipalities. This includes the assessment of municipal budgets, the provision of supply chain management support, assessment and monitoring of audit action plans, the capacitation of internal audit and risk management, as well as revenue management. We have signed a number of memorandums of understanding to strengthen our relations with like-minded provinces in other countries. We will revisit these cooperation agreements with the intention to strengthen collaboration on matters of common interest. We will further strengthen our relations with Lesotho on areas of economy, education, and security as informed by our national protocols. We need renewed commitment to serve, Honorable Speaker. We need to be bold. We need to be dedicated. We need to be attuned to the needs of our people at all times. They are the ones who fashion the story of our democratic triumph. In everything we do, we need to take the people along. With their support, we will continue to traverse the path of development in our endless pursuit of a better life for all. This is not a distant dream, honorable members. The urgency of the moment requires us to do away with our old ways, our old practices, and old convictions. The future ahead is filled with beaming dreams of opportunities and prosperity. The achievements we have made as a province were never devoid of challenges. We are a resilient province that always fights for its survival. That is the spirit we witnessed during the fight against exclusionary apartheid system. It is the spirit we saw in the recent past when our people rose against state capture. We know too well, Honorable Speaker, that there will always be challenges, but we have become tenacious enough to survive any hardship. Here we are working towards the future. Together we must resolve to make our province great. Yet again, we have a possibility to move forward and we dare not fail. To invoke President Ramaphosa, whatever the difficulties of the moment, whatever crisis we face, we will rise to meet them together, and together we will overcome them. Ke lebohe family ya ka, ke lebohe mosadi wa ka, ke le lebohe lohle ba teng kwana. Ke a leboha.
Thank you, Honorable Premier. Honorable members, allow me to acknowledge our Free State NCOP delegates that are here today. and also further acknowledge the former Premier of the Free State, Mxolisi Dukwana. And also, I've left out the Police Commissioner and her entourage. We acknowledge them. The leadership of political parties represented in the legislature that are here with us, we acknowledge you. The former members of the Free State Legislature, the mayors amongst us, and the speakers, we thank you very much. Honorable members, the end of the State of the Province address by the Honorable Premier concludes the business of the day. Before the House adjourns, I wish to make the following announcements: that everyone should remain standing as the Sergeant at Arms, the Honorable Premier and the Speaker leave the House, that the guests should remain at their seats while the Honorable members leave the House, that lunch will be served at Dr. Randlai Petrus Mulimela Indoor Sports Center for members and guests. There are those guests that have the gold tag. They are the ones who will be going to Dr. Mulimela Stadium, and the ones with the blue tags will remain here in the precinct. Honorable members, there will also be a briefing in the media room and a group photo that will be taken at the stairs. The next sitting of the House will be on Friday, the 3rd of March, 2023, at 10 o'clock at the 4th Ratsal, and the business of the day will be the debate on SOPA. Thank you, honorable members. The House is adjourned.
After the crossing, or will do that side, like you're saying? Up. And it's the guests that they never go to very clear. I'm a EFF. I'm very clear. EFFDA, I need them outside. And FF. Should I go on front class? Should I go fetch that thing? The mic, should I go fetch it?